It's 7 o'clock. It's Thursday night. I'm Matt James, stand-up comic, and it's time for Stand Up for News. Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Stand Up for News. We are stand-up comics, and we tell the news. It's basically what it sounds like, because the news can't just stand up for itself. I am Matt James, James Esterline, like I said. This is my co-host. Say hello, WrestleMania.
Hello, it's WrestleMania Stars. How you doing?
WrestleMania Stars.
Sounds like you're in the
a
bathroom
cave,
right now,
huh?
Russ. Are you in the bathroom at the moment? I hear a little bit of a bathroom echo.
He's in a cave with all the other bears. This is my other co-host here, Manny Avila. Say hello, Manny.
Hello there.
And we also have our other co-host here via phone call, Robin Savage.
Hey guys, how are you doing?
How are you?
Hey. She's so savage we couldn't maintain her here physically.
Finally,
she couldn't control it.
Finally, our other co-host, stand-up comedian Joe Izzo. Welcome back, Joe.
Hello.
How is everybody's week? Go ahead, everybody, say something at once.
Butt cheeks.
How was your
Can we say
week?
butt cheeks?
Mom, you heard you're not feeling so great.
Yeah, so we had the hurricane and I got some weird sickness. So that's been a fantastic
Oh, man.
week.
I just had that last week.
Did you contact it from the hurricane? Did she give it to you? What was the hurricane name again? Ilma? What
It
was
was.
Avila.
Come on, I
Adelia.
figured you would be able to say it. Adelia.
it? Adelia. Okay.
Adelia. I watched the whole week of white reporters just messing that one
Just
up.
destroy that name.
They're just Adelia.
Adelia.
Fun
Adelia
stuff.
is the one I like.
Yeah, but hurricanes don't practice social distancing, obviously. So I'm sorry about that, Robin.
Sorry,
Robin,
Mom.
Feel better.
Oh, I'll probably be back tomorrow, or not tomorrow, next week.
Don't feel better that quick. Wait.
Yeah.
Let's, give it some time. Okay.
Yeah.
We might eventually feel better.
It's not a race. So, how'd your week go, Joe Izzo?
Last week I had whatever it is that Robin has, and I spent many a day sleeping.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know, yeah.
I didn't know Robin had the clap. I didn't know. I thought that was something else.
Russell, how was your week,
I
sir?
like to
Good
tell a lot
sir.
of people.
WrestleMania Stars, how was your week?
I picked up a new gig.
Oh,
Nice. All right.
Yeah, it's a
You wanna
weekly
talk-
one.
Want to talk about the gig? What is it? Where is it at?
It is at Cool Vibes in St. Pete. I will be hosting a weekly open mic there.
Oh, nice.
Monday nights, too. Perfect night.
Yeah.
There's only one other mic on Mondays. That's in Tampa.
We don't
Well,
talk
there's
about
that
that.
Jazzy
Mike.
Cat, too, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's just like a music open mic.
Yeah. Pretty
Yeah,
jazzy.
nobody really goes to it. So
All right,
not to
well,
be shady.
Stand Up
but
for
there it
News is
is.
great for local businesses.
We And finally, Manny Avila, how was your week?
My
buddy?
week was fairly uneventful. Not much to tell you. I did. I bought new underwear on Wednesday. I think it was, so
Yes.
is that? Yeah, I know. One hole, it's okay, but I mean, once when you're wearing more hole than underwear,
When
I
it
think
looks
you
like you took a buckshot to
What
the
did you
draws.
do with the old?
I sold them on TikTok, Russ. A little too late.
You can sell them on OnlyFans. I've sold mine for $300 a pair.
Oh wow! Oh, okay. I went straight to eBay. I didn't
I
think as much.
mean,
But...
yeah.
After he wears them, yeah.
I mean,
No,
did
I-
you try Facebook Marketplace?
No, they turned me down.
Yeah, they're always lowballing.
Did you guys know that they have underwear that has like a little pouch for your crotch for the boys, man, for the men?
Yeah,
My girl bought me
the
some underwear.
sack.
I haven't bought my own underwear in like 20 years, apparently. She's like, every underwear has these. It's like a little nut sack for your nut sack, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's so weird. I don't even wear them.
Did your sack need a sack?
I
It's
mean,
just like
I just usually called it my mouth.
she says that I describe it like a bra for my crotch, so I don't wear it.
Russ just bypassed subtlety there. He's just
Right.
trying
trying to
All this crotch
demasculate me.
talk is getting me all bothered. Okay.
my nickname is Squirrel.
They
You're only trying
also
to get
have
in that.
underwear.
Say it again, Robin.
Fitting all the nuts in his mouth.
They are edible underwear.
What'd you say, Robin? They have underwear that what?
Oh, they also have underwear for men that like kind of boost your touche. So it's kind of like a push-up bra, but for your touche. So
For
Has
your,
anyone ever-
are you saying tooch?
Tush.
For your tush?
Tush.
Oh,
They say
okay.
tush. It's
I'm not-
actually tush,
I'm
but
not
out
sure
there in
what a tush
Minnesota,
is.
they say tush.
I don't need any help in that area.
Yeah,
I do
that's the
squats.
thing.
Dude, I didn't know they have butt push-up, bro. Push-up underwear. Are they tidy whities or are they like boxer briefs? I think.
I think they're like boxers. I keep seeing them, and they're like,
They're boxer
your
briefs.
man has a flat
Oh, I'm
butt.
gonna need some. They once. Let me know when they come out
Maybe
with the tidy
that's what you
whities.
got me, and I'm just wearing them backwards.
Yeah, when you come out with the tidy whities, let me know. You know, I need the bloomers. You
A
know.
lot of news in this past week, you guys. Did you notice there's a lot of news? I hope you guys brought some to stand up for.
Oh,
Because the news can't just stand up for itself.
No,
He
it
was
cannot.
born in a wheelchair and
Oh,
it doesn't
yeah.
have any legs, you guys.
Nope.
So we got to stand up for the news. They call us here, and our sponsor, Ma Jointment, they keep on telling us to stand up for the news. So Ma Jointment's made by Ma Jointment. It's a local thing here in Florida. Call me if you need to get some. We got these ones. These are like $40. These 4-ounce bottles. Then we got the little ones. They're like 2 ounces. These are $10. But I got free samples too. You spray it right on. 5 minutes later, the pain is gone. I see, Manny, that you're not wearing your wrist brace anymore. That's
Nope.
great. You've been using the Ma Jointment.
Oh yeah. Like I said, it solves all type of issues. You know, I'm doing a group of us are getting together trying to solve world peace with it.
I sprayed it on my wife, and I'm still having issues.
Yeah. If anything, if anything, it accelerated my divorce. I don't know what.
So look, Ma Jointment will take your pain away in 5 minutes. It's CBD and THC infused. You
No,
got
it
your medical
is-
card. Call me at 727-479-5861 to get your free bottle, or
And
just to buy a big old bottle.
It does in fact work. Like,
Yeah.
I've had my surgery on my wrist for my carpal tunnel, and when you gave me that free sample, I do spray it on there and rub my wrist together, and with it does work. Within a few minutes, you're good.
It works
Yeah,
on
no,
my
I-
headaches, really. I
Yeah.
put it on my temples, gone. My sinus headaches I get sometimes.
Mhm.
Well, I'm going to start out with some news.
All right.
All right. And then you guys just, we'll figure out who goes after that, because half of us aren't even here. Some of us are sick, and some are in Lakeland at the hospital visiting their friends. All right. Texas woman has a narrow escape after a spear smashes through her windshield, stopping inches from her face last week. Did you guys hear about that?
Ooh.
Yeah, but we can rule out Bill Clinton as the suspect on this one. His spear never stops mere inches from a woman's face ever.
Mine doesn't go near one.
Yeah. That's considered a foreign attack, I think.
Russell, who the heck just goes around throwing spears at cars on the freeway?
Yeah, I know. I love how we
Crazy.
only grab little headlines. It's
Resonate.
sometimes I want to know some actual background to this. I'm like, what happened? How did she?
That's all they didn't catch the suspect. That's all they know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder if her insurance is going to safe like that
Yeah.
for her.
They haven't caught the suspect because he
No.
is currently doing a radio show.
Yeah. This is in one town where there's multiple residents walking around with spears. So, I'm not quite sure who it was.
I mean-
It could be any one of these.
It was
you know?
Brittany.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Oops, she did it again.
It was.
Oops, I speared him again.
Right. All right, so I have one. So a Boston man's dog ate his passport just weeks before he was to fly out to Italy to be married. Now, I'm not a dog whisperer, but I truly think the dog was trying to help him
Yeah,
out.
good boy.
Yeah.
But don't worry, the guy did end up getting a new passport just in time to go over
Just in
there.
time to ruin his life?
He got a replacement just in time. And in solidarity, he had his dogs neutered.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, Robin, what's up?
Okay, I've got some news. Burger King is being sued for false advertising their Whopper. The plaintiffs claim that the burgers on the posters are 35% larger with double meat than the burgers that are purchased. They're also saying that no one has ever met the actual Burger King.
Yeah. That's right. And for years, they've been promoting their food as good.
Have you ever seen? You ever seen Seth Rogen and the King in the same room?
That has to be, yeah, I know, right? Coincidence? I think not, That has to be the creepiest mascot, right? Would you say, like restaurant mascot?
Yeah, I mean, have it your way.
Ronald
and
McDonald, not even close.
Yeah.
Ronald McDonald's creepier than Burger King by
Oh,
at
no.
least 1,000%.
Yeah, well, I don't know. That sounds like some personal drama. Did you have a? Do you have some dark history with Ronald McDonald? Was that?
I plead the fifth, I'm not
I'm
talking.
afraid.
If you go way
Yowie
back to the
wowie.
'80s,
hate
Grimace
clowns.
was a villain in the commercials.
He was.
Really?
And
Yeah.
he turned.
He used to wear.
So
He used to wear a little bandana. And
Oh,
everything.
wow.
He turned over to the Ronald McDonald side.
So he has a whole character arc. He like,
Yeah,
he transformed.
he
stole
switched
nuggets,
up on
man.
the Hamburglar.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
It's waiting to be a horror movie.
Yeah. Yeah.
So Russell, what do you got
He's,
for
he's
us?
going to be played by
Okay.
Rosie O'Donnell.
Yes, already done. Okay, I don't know about you, but I do find it ironic that a hurricane is named like a drag queen.
Exotic or
Yeah.
ironic?
I know. I heard ironic
Okay,
or ironic.
It's Ron DeSantis's governor's mansion. It actually sent a tree through his mansion. I call that karma.
Oh yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
what happened? Nice.
Yeah,
It's a real drag for him, though.
But, yeah. I love to blow trees as much as the next guy, but that's a little too aggressive. I think.
It's more blowing wood.
That's a little.
I know all about
So do you
that.
think this was? Do you think this was a grand conspiracy by the drag queen community here? Did they set up the whole hurricane? Was
Well, you know,
They control
honestly, we all get blamed for natural disasters anyway. So I'll be happy to take credit for that one. Good job. Good job, Amelia. Good job.
Oh, some accurate wood tossing there, I'd say. You know.
Yep, nice
right.
wood.
All right, so let's see. I got some news here. Well, let me move up here. I lied. I don't have any news. Well, we'll start off with this one. Chicago. This is kind of ironic, you know. Also, speaking of which, a Chicago TV news crew was robbed at gunpoint while they were reporting on a string of robberies.
Say it again.
Right? I said a Chicago TV news crew was robbed at gunpoint while they were reporting on a string of robberies. Right? So I guess they those burglars literally stole the show in this case. You know? You know, this robbery was obviously not included in that report, so the suspects are still at large.
I was actually watching that, and it apparently happened at 5 a.m. They were doing this like 5 a.m. They're reporting about other burglaries, and they were just finishing filming when they got robbed, and they even stole the TV camera. You know, so like I tried reaching out to the news crew to try to get a comment from the reporter, but Jesse Smollett wasn't able for comment. So
Yeah, you sounded so nervous saying that. I'm pretty sure you're one of the suspects. I'm
He doesn't look like a suspect.
I was trying not to look at my notes, and all the anxiety came above me. I was like, my wife corrected the way I said his name at the house, and I was like, "You're gonna mess me up."
That Smollett is coming. He's coming. He's coming.
Sounds
He's
like
coming.
a fish that I catch, you know. Hey, Mom, I wrote this one just for you. FICO, FICO collaborates with the U.S. Soccer Foundation. The U.S. Soccer Foundation is giving free soccer game tickets to middle schoolers who took the financial education courses that they gave out for free. The founder of and soccer enthusiast of the FICO, you know, quote, said this: "Teaching the youth about being financially educated is our goal." Go!
Okay, that's how you lose
Those
repeat customers.
Europeans like
Repeat listeners.
soccer so much. Why do they keep calling it football?
Yeah, I know.
That's
It makes
Norm
no sense.
McDonald's joke. Hilarious.
Mm, sounds like an
Joe
audio
Izzo.
test.
So, a Broward County Sheriff's Office helicopter apparently crashed into a building the other day,
What?
and there were 2 officers survived. When they were asked about the crash, they said they were looking for John Connor.
Did you hear about the one that landed on a person's house, killed the woman in the house and the pilot? That's the same one?
Yeah, and
They
there were
killed the
2
lady
other
that
people
lived
that,
there, man. That's
there's
crazy.
2 other
wait,
people that
what happened?
survived that.
That's
They
nuts.
were on the plane.
A helicopter lands on
Helicopter,
your
yeah.
house and kills you.
Yeah, where was that pilot when Kobe was flying around?
Right,
That's crazy.
like-
I thought that guy lost his
I
job.
don't think insurance is going to cover that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not in Florida.
Yeah.
Not that home insurance in Florida.
No.
I had jokes land better than that plane. You know?
That's not impossible. Robin Savage.
Oh yeah,
Okay,
brother.
A tennis court at the U.S. Open reportedly reeked of marijuana. One tennis player said that the court, quote, smelled like Snoop Dogg's living room, end quote. Snoop Dogg told the Stand Up for News sports reporter That is an unfair claim. My living room actually smells like Martha Stewart's tennis court.
Surprise, surprise. He actually segregates his sports and his drug use very, very clean.
Right.
He doesn't like to blend the world so much,
Russell Mania Stars, new host of Cool Vibes every Monday at 8 o'clock. Open mic show. Tell us what you got over there.
I really thought you said cool bottoms. I thought it was cool bottoms.
Cool bottom.
I'm always looking for a cool bottom. Anyway.
It'll make it warm eventually.
I'll heat that up real quick. Anyhow,
Silly goose.
we have some sad news, of course, that Bob Barker has recently passed.
Oh.
And now all the male cats and dogs throughout the world are happy because they don't have to worry about losing their two best friends. Plus, the sale of fur coats has tripled in the last week, and all the female models aged 20 to 30 feel much safer walking around. And definitely, this has put a squash on a possible Happy Gilmore sequel. Put Bob in the hole. In the hole.
Stand Up for News is willing to give any listener out there $200 if they're able to locate a young picture of Bob Barker. I don't think it ever existed. I don't think that dude has been literally owed my entire life.
I just gotta say R.I.P. to the Commissary King. Me and Bob Barker have a totally different relationship. I know him more for shower shoes and nutty bars.
What?
Bob Barker is was one of the biggest commissary companies. They provided commissary for inmates in jail and prison.
So
I've done a little bit of a stay at the adult daycare.
And you sure you weren't in Chicago robbing a news crew this weekend, right?
I'm positive.
Did you get lots of show?
Yeah, right.
Joe Izzo going to jail.
So the longest alligator in Mississippi's history was reportedly captured by a group of hunters this week. Right. However, it was later confirmed that it was not actually an alligator, but comedian Kathy Griffin that the hunters captured. Police are not sure if Kathy Griffin will be suing or even worse, forcing the hunters to watch one of her comedy specials.
Oh, man.
Bankruptcy.
Today in Utah, an overturned truck spills baking flour in a crash all over the roadside. Fortunately, it landed on a graveyard that was right there that hadn't seen flowers since the 90s.
I have a aunt that's buried there.
Yeah,
Sorry.
she got a flower now. You don't have to visit her. Go ahead, Joe.
All right. So, Florida firefighters have freed a raccoon stuck inside of a jar. That's it. That's the punchline. Jesus.
Yeah.
No,
There's a lot of F words, and I didn't know which one was coming out of your mouth there, but Florida firefighters, and I'm like,
everybody got nervous.
I know.
And I've heard of a butt referred to as a can before, never a jar.
Robin?
Okay. Mitch McConnell is going through experimental therapy for all the freezing up issues that he's been having.
Yeah.
The treatment is called Control-Alt-Delete.
He froze up again, man.
Is he freezing
Again?
up?
Yeah.
He looks so sad. I'm like, oh, this poor old man.
Like in the middle of a conversation.
There you go.
he's
Are
just
you
like,
going to run for re-election in 3 years? He's like, yeah. And then he just froze.
Hey, you're
So
not
I guess
even,
the answer is no.
You're not even running right now. Like you have to.
The answer should be no.
Your batteries aren't running.
That's what happens when the AI is running things.
Hey,
Yeah, that's
No.
I was gonna say that looks like is he just glitching out? I have to do
Just,
something.
it's like glitching out. But to be fair, like I've done that mid-sentence when I remember I lied to my wife about something else that I was about to explain. Are you running again? Yes, I am.
But I doubt Mitch McConnell has the extensive background of drug use that.
I think he was filling his
My
defense
wife,
is what I think
my wife
going
is
on.
horrible on that stuff.
The
think
poor
he was
guy,
having
he's
a
had more
movement,
strokes
you know.
than a golf.
Oh,
than a
well,
golf
is it
player.
from strokes? Is that what happened?
It's a
Is
bowel
it strokes?
movement.
Oh,
He's got more strokes than a golf player. Come on.
listen, there's a time and a place to have a stroke. All
Yeah,
right.
check out-
I think there was a turtle shell poking out of his turtle shell. You
Check
know?
out his new
He
show,
looks like a
Different
turtle.
Strokes for Mitch's folks. All right, it's Different Strokes for Mitch's folks. Okay.
Yeah, I actually had one 2 years ago.
Oh,
Yeah,
so sorry.
It was fun.
Oh yeah.
I don't know what I've been scared about this whole time. Okay.
With your stroke. Come on, stroke.
Yeah. I'm
silly, bro.
changing my diet immediately now. Thank you, Russ.
Russell's
that's
actually
fine.
visiting his friend who had a stroke, right?
Yeah, several.
We're praying for him to
Yeah,
bounce
he's getting
back
better.
again.
So
Oh, that's good.
I do have
Good to hear.
I do have some latest news from Tampa.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Ooh, there was reports today of bull sharks in downtown Tampa swimming in downtown because it's all flooded. And the police said, it's against the law for you to feed the sharks. Because there were people that were just coming in there splashing around and, oh, look, Mommy, there's sharks. I say again,
He trusts
natural selection.
Yeah, no,
Let
seriously.
them go out and get eaten. Okay, just go.
That's crazy. Wow, there was was it confirmed that there was a shark there, or
Oh, this happens every time,
Every
though.
time.
Yeah.
Really?
Every
Sharks
time we have
Every
that, we
time
get
it comes from
sharks.
that side and we flood on this side, yeah. If it comes
Yeah,
from the
and
other
we get-
coast,
we get
don't have
stingrays.
because they usually sucks the water out
Now,
of the bay.
yeah.
Yeah,
but
Because if it comes
Yeah.
from the east,
the real question,
the
Russ,
other
is-
side suck. That's good. Blow bad.
the wind is blowing.
Suck
That's
good,
good.
blow bad.
The water's
Yeah.
being sucked. That's
the
good.
real question is, Russ, do you think that a shark
Russell
would want to
loves
eat
hurricanes.
Tampa
Russell.
resident meat? Do you think that they would be interested in Tampa resident
No,
meat?
they usually
All the
look for
moisture.
tacky tourists.
all the wind blowing and all the sucking.
They look for tacky tourists is what they're mainly looking
Oh,
for.
they're looking for the snow. Okay, well, we can use a little
Can I,
less snowbirds.
Can we get back to national news? I got a story for you. U.S. National Guardsman shoots a man in the leg that was attempting to cross the border in Texas from Mexico, but he was shot in the leg on the Mexican soil. Did you hear about that?
Oh, no.
The National Guardsman will be punished for excessive force at the border after shooting the man in the leg. The man in the leg that got shot in the leg was known for running with the Los Lobos, by the way, though. I guess now he'll be hopping with the Los Lobos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wonder when he told his family that he was going to cross the border. I wonder if they're like, "You break your leg," you know. But he was like, "I got shot instead. I shot a leg."
Weren't they the ones that sang La Bamba?
You say that about every Spanish person, Ross. I don't know. Not every Spanish person. sings La Bamba.
Well,
Take the wheel, bud.
so in Florida, our great state, a woman has lost a piece of her finger in a library drop box. I bet she'll return on time next time.
Now, the
That
real
happened to
question
me
is,
at Blockbuster.
I love how she lost it, yet she knows exactly where it is.
Right?
The real article would have been like, she lost her finger, ... You know?
Yet to be found.
Was it the middle finger or which one?
I mean, have you seen librarians? They run like mafioso. I want you know. Yeah.
Hey, Robin.
They only tell you shh once.
You're up to bat, you savage. Take the wheel.
Jesus, take the
Taylor-
wheel. Sorry.
Taylor Swift's Eras Tour Taylor Swift Eras Tour concert film is coming to theaters in October, causing middle-aged men everywhere saying, "We are never, ever, ever going to the movies again."
That's funny. Well, you know what I say to that, Robin? A hater's gonna hate.
Who's gonna?
They can say what they want, you know.
Damn Barbie movie.
I know. Yeah, I know. That's out doing the Barbie movie, huh?
All right,
All
Mr.
right.
Stars.
All right, let's see here.
It's Mr.
I
Stars'
got
turn.
Some news from my hometown, Philadelphia. So it says
Oh.
hundreds of riders
My hometown.
in various Russell might like this. Hundreds of riders in various states of being dressed and undressed are riding through some of Philadelphia's main streets for the 14th annual Philly Naked Bike Ride. This is true.
Mhm.
Philadelphia also
Been there,
has
done
yeah. This is all taking place in his backyard. It's only nicknamed brother for obvious obvious purposes. No, it says, but Philadelphia also happens to be one of the top 5 fattest cities in America. So it wasn't really quite a bike ride as much as it was a bike sit down and breathe heavily. It says,
I know I would be.
yeah. For the locals who chose not to participate, they were all given a free bag of sharp items to help them gouge their eyes out when this is over.
Hey,
I got
Mr.
something.
Stars, it's your turn.
I got something that you might be
WrestleMania
interested in.
Ooh, stars of
Senior
football.
citizens over 60 are now the highest age demographic using recreational marijuana. Hear it for the old people. Hey,
Yeah.
now if we can get those same senior citizens in the village to wear condoms, then there wouldn't be so many STDs.
Yeah. So you say there's a correlation? Do you think that the rise in marijuana use has to do with the rise of STDs? In that,
I don't know, but maybe we should put the gummies in a condom package so they could get that. We could create a new product.
Yeah.
We could create a new product.
Gummy condoms.
Yeah, right? Like,
Stop. It's STDs
it's
with
more of an
THC.
it's more of an incentive to put it in your mouth. I'd say, it's candy, right? So, all right,
I tried that. It
a
doesn't
sweet
work.
treat that can't be beat. You know what I mean? Like,
or can be beat.
It can be beat. That's awesome.
Yeah, there you go.
All right,
That's awesome.
guys.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Robin, that she's just like, sitting there
Shaking her head.
Yeah, I know.
It's sitting in her bed, probably.
Yeah.
Yesterday in Ontario, you guys, 5 million bees fell off a truck on a freeway. Dozens of local beekeepers were rallied up to the scene to help wrangle up these bees and get them back in the truck in their crates. Yeah, the bees that escaped made a them line straight to the flower spill over there in Utah. You guys, they heard the buzz about all the free flowers. I bet when they got there and it was the wrong kind of flower, it really stung.
Hot take here, but these bees need to behave.
Guys. Seriously, he's having the dumbest jokes. I even heard Russell go,
listen,
Where's my ring?
honey.
Yeah.
all right,
So,
Joe.
That sounded just like me. Damn.
So in Longwood, Florida, there were
Longwood.
5. Yeah, Longwood.
Yeah.
5 women were arrested after beating a restaurant employee that asked them to leave for clogging the toilet.
Whoa. That's a poor guy.
That
quickly.
escalated fast. But apparently, women don't poop, and they are mad that they were accused.
This is impossible. I'm a woman. I don't have an anus.
Women don't poop.
Women don't poop.
Yeah,
That's right. Women never poop.
this is facts.
No, they just
I do.
they hold it all inside, and then they just take all their poop.
Yeah,
out
that
on
is
you.
an interesting question. Yeah, Russ.
I get that.
Russ, when you're in drag, do you poop? Do you feel like the urge to poop while you're in drag? Does it go away?
First of all, I take care of business before I do any of that. Okay. Because it's really a drag to get all that crap off. Literally.
More appreciation.
Have any of you ever cleaned a women's restroom?
Oh no! Oh yeah, actually, yeah.
Like in a retail restaurant establishment? I wouldn't wish that on anybody. I don't know how they get that stuff on the ceiling, on the walls. It's like it's a graffiti. They're trying to write something.
They pull
They
their tampons out and wave them in the air,
Oh,
or whatever Nicki
It's like a
Minaj said.
ritual. It's like some kind of voodoo ritual. I don't know what's going on.
Like soul cooking, whatever.
I think Robin had enough of that.
Okay. I should enough of that. Period.
Someone put a doll on it.
I'm so wrong. I do apologize. Please forgive me. Okay.
I know,
Robin, Macho Woman Savage.
we all owe Robin a drink after
Give
this,
us one more. Robin, give us one more story, and then we're going to go into the history segment here.
Okay. India's moon rover confirmed sulfur and detects several other elements near the lunar South Pole. Sadly, though, none of it was curry. For one.
So,
I heard about that. Yeah, I mean, I didn't
I
have to
did.
look into it, but did they lie about landing on the moon? Is that what's happening?
I don't know, man.
Only-
Russia
Didn't we
sent a
all?
rocket
Yeah,
to the moon.
only we're the only country who can lie about.
We
landing
talked
on the
about it a
moon.
couple weeks ago. Russia sent a rocket to the moon, but it couldn't land. It just smashed into it. Remember?
Yeah, all this moon
We
activity.
said something like, "Oh, it was probably running on vodka or whatever." But why is people blowing up our moon, man?
Running on moonshine.
History of
it's in
jokes,
the moon
history
right
and
now.
news story jokes, laughs from the past. We call it here, and today it was whatever 30 or 20 some million. I don't know. Today, Princess Di was killed. You guys remember that?
Oh,
That was like 20 couple years ago. 23, let's say. Yeah, on this day, Princess Di died. Yeah, I think if they wanted her to live a little longer, because she died at 36, maybe they probably should have named her something else besides Princess Di.
Yeah, like Princess Liv.
Like
or something.
Olivia, yeah.
You know, Princess
Princess
Liv.
Liv.
Princess Life. Olivia. I like
Also, Caligula was born today, Emperor of Rome. Caligula, I guess they call him Cali for short, you know. And all the people like LL
Distant cousin
Cool
of
J
mine.
made a song about him going back to, but he did kill and murder like a bunch of his own people. He was known for being a notorious mass murderer. Going back to Caligula.
that. I was thinking of
Who named their
calligraphy.
kid Caligula? I'm going back
Oh, I
to
like-
Caligula. No, I don't
I like
think
his
so.
handwriting, though.
I think that's his last name. Nobody could read that either anymore.
Yeah, his name sounds like the scientific name of a sexual organ.
Any
Doesn't it?
more laughs from the past here?
Let's see. So today in history, Jack the Ripper killed his first victim. All right. So before he committed the murders, he was known as
hooker,
just
right?
a rob. He was known to just rob his victims. So at that point, he was just known as Jack the Ripper off.
Then they started charging him, and he's got mad, huh?
Great.
Yeah.
So on this day in history in 1939,
Mhm.
Germany started preparing for the invasion of Poland by practicing walking backwards so they would think they were leaving as they came.
That's
sure
some
way
of us
to do
Polish
it.
A
people
good
here
Polish
don't-
joke we haven't had. That's a whistle.
I'm a little Polish, though.
Give the
I
whistle.
felt that personally. I'm a little Polish. You know?
Yeah, the 14% Polish in him didn't let him pull the whistle.
Right?
All right, I gave you one.
He forgot how to.
Okay, this week in history, August 30th, 1967, Thurgood Marshall is confirmed as the first black justice on the Supreme Court. Millions of Americans begin to ask, is that the same dude who sings Bad to the Bone?
Yes.
Bye.
We're breaking so many copyright laws right now.
Impediment.
Don't worry. I sing so out of tune.
Oh, we're
that
getting
I-
canceled for that
I
one.
sing so out of tune that this will never hold up in court. Are you sure? It sounds like a completely
Look at
different
Don
song.
got a cowboy hat on over there.
Yeah.
Stylish,
What's up,
okay.
Mom?
I know.
Mom's out there prepping up. She's probably on TikTok too.
Yeah.
All right, hey, Russell, you got some history stuff?
Okay, I got one for you. Because somebody already did my Princess Di one. So in 1864, the Confederate Army evacuated from Atlanta. Even back then, they knew they couldn't steal Georgia.
Oh, that's good, Russell.
Nice,
That
nice.
is a clever
Trump
one, my
that.
good sir.
I don't get
Mhm.
it, but I like
Clever.
It hurt my brain to come up with that one.
it. I was gonna ask if you can give me some brain, but I was like, you know what? That's not gonna sound right. I mean,
You can make it sound however you want to.
And he will oblige.
I always feel so violated when you talk to me like that.
Any more history? Any more laughs from the past? All right, well, let's
Well,
go.
today in history, Dr. Martin Luther King did his "I Have a Dream" speech.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah, that was today, and it still hasn't come true.
He's still
Yeah,
dreaming.
I had to wake up speech later on. All right, dating app of the week, you guys, is game shows in honor of our favorite game show host, the guy who used to sit there and watch, no, I can't think of the name of Bob Barker's show. Price is Right. Sorry.
Price is Right.
I used to watch it with my grandma when I pretended to be sick from school. It was part of the deal. So a dating app is game shows. What game shows would you or hosts would you swipe right or left on? And I said I'm swiping left on the dating game. First of all, I'm a hit it and quit it guy, and then I'm going to swipe left on the Price is Right because I ain't paying for anything. That's called prostitution. And then I'm going to swipe left on Jeopardy because I don't need someone that much smarter than me. which is pretty much everybody. And I'm gonna swipe right on the Wheel of Fortune because I'll take a spin if everyone else has. Why not? Yeah, I'll take my turn.
Just spin
around
after
that
me.
one.
I don't want to spin before you.
Well, it doesn't matter. It's up to you. It doesn't matter to me. How about you, Joe? What's your dating app thing?
So I'm gonna swipe left on Drew Carey just because skinny Drew's just not funny anymore.
That's true.
Amen.
See, I'm gonna swipe left on Jane Lynch because it's Jane Lynch.
She is the wicked one.
She really is. She is insufferable. I'm really going to swipe. I'm going to swipe right on our friend Richard Clark. You know, he's lovingly known as Dick. And like I love Dick, so I'm going to go to all the New Year's Eve parties with him.
Yeah, I went to his house. He has a picture of a frame in his hallway of every New Year's Eve event that Dick Clark hosted, and it's the Hall of Dicks, right? Is what it's
Big
called.
Hall of Dicks.
Big Hall of Dicks, you know.
Big Hall of Dicks.
Reminds me of my ex. Hey,
I'm swiping right on Pat Sajak because he knows how to spell, and I'm kind of weak there.
He's a good speller.
And we're going to swipe right for Bobby Barker just because, you know, the Commissary King definitely has given me free flip-flops a few times. So,
Oh, yeah.
Robin?
Okay. On the dating app, I'm going to swipe left on Wink Martindale. He would be way too flirty with other women if the word wink is actually in his name. Do you guys even know who Wink Martindale is? That was kind of like really
No, Robin, if you get that 1962 reference out of here, girl.
That's somebody's name?
Yeah, it's big famous. He's still alive.
Is he?
I think
He has to be the last person named to Wink.
That's not
Twink.
End of a generation.
It's Winky King. It's Winky Wink.
That's Wink.
Twink.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what
He's definitely not his
the name
name.
was retired.
Directly on that.
the name was retired. But I would swipe right on Steve Harvey, because he takes responsibility when he says the wrong thing. He's down the man.
He just does it too often.
Next.
All right.
Is that me?
Yeah, go ahead. You go.
Whomever.
Okay, I would swipe left on Wayne Brady because he can't make up his mind who he wants to date, what sex he wants to date. But I'd also swipe right on Wayne Brady because he would be easy to blackmail.
He is a black
So you get pictures, you got it.
Yeah. Well, what would be the deciding factor if you swipe right or left?
Puts
Is
the
it a profile
blackmail in
picture?
blackmail.
It just depends if I needed lunch money. And I eat big lunches. Now, I'd also swipe left on Richard Dawson because you know he has at least mono from kissing all those women. Okay, you know, he was just kissing everybody. I mean, he was kissing ugly women, you know, cute women. He was kissing children, which was a little creepy.
He'd also kissed
Why do I feel like I'm on trial here?
And then he would give them lollipops.
Oh, wow.
I mean,
before or after he kissed them? I mean, I don't. Is it, you know? We have to get
both.
Bub. Yeah, package deal.
I hope they wore blow pops because that sends a wrong message altogether.
Yeah. I've been treated a lot worse than 2 lollipops. Is all I'm saying. You know, sometimes I get
I'm just
kissing.
saying.
You know,
I would also swipe right on Steve Harvey because he's filthy rich.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, and you know, and he can buy me lunch. So we're good.
Are you sure you can handle such a demanding work life?
I don't know. Look at me now.
All right, so let's see. I guess I'm gonna go right on Regis Philbin from Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? Because when it comes to my love life, I need as many lifelines as I can get. He also looks like he's pretty inactive in bed, so you know. There we go. And I guess I'll swipe left on what was the game? What was it? Yeah, what was the game? Whammy. No whammy.
Peter Chagall. Peter something. Yeah.
What is it?
His first name is Peter something with a T.
Oh, but whatever. Well, I'm gonna swipe. I'm swiping left on. I'm gonna swipe left on him because in my experience, every time I break up with a girl, oftentimes it does lead to a double whammy. I lose my house and my cars every time. Almost half of everything. All my money's gone.
But it could be Alyssa's thanks too, because she hosts the new one.
Yeah. I walk away with a consolation prize. I get the futon. That's a parting gift.
Or a futon,
box of Cascade.
And no dishwasher. You got an Air Supply Cascade with no dishwasher.
You remember those party gifts at the end of the show? You see the guy who wins walk away with like a trip to Hawaii, and they're like, and you get just toaster. Hope you have a good happy life.
Let's make a deal Monopoly version.
It's better to me. Every time I leave a relationship, I end up leaving with one of those what do they call restraining orders?
I'm about to say restraining order.
That could be a whole new game show. Restraining order.
Matt said we're getting one for Joe Izzo. WTAN.
Hey,
I have a few of them on me, okay? And
Matt left the room. That shows that he trusts me.
He trusted you. You're getting better with him.
whoops.
When nature calls, you got to answer it.
Nature. Mother Nature. I wish
Matt,
she
you
was
need a 7-second delay button just for Joe.
Listen, it was 2 times.
Can you use the bathroom in under 7 seconds?
It was 2 times, and it almost cost me my job. Thanks, Joe.
You're welcome, buddy. You're welcome, boo boo.
Don't worry.
We're going to be
We love you.
Don't worry. Don't worry. I've gone and practiced in preschools. Just so that
Oh, wow. Okay. Well, I'm going to leave that topic alone.
So that would explain why there's a warning on schools. Don't let this man in the building.
Show and tell got out of hand.
It's not a hamburger alert. It's a Joey alert.
Well,
Jeez, Joe.
the teachers don't like when you ask the kids if they can keep secrets.
Man, you make me uncomfortable. I feel like I have trauma now from my past. Don't look at me again when you say that. No, stop. Man.
All right, last week's study revealed paper straws are even more toxic due to a poisonous chemical that it's made with than the plastic straws. Did you hear about that, you guys? How does this affect the straw industry with the government pushing for digital currency in society with no bills to roll up and no straws? I think that society is subliminally telling us to stop doing blow.
Yeah, I know. That's interesting.
That's what
in a
it is.
cashless world, how will we be doing our blow?
Stop doing blow.
Don't worry. If anybody wants to do blow, they'll find a way.
That's so
I
true.
mean,
Did you guys see this thing? Today, the police pulled over this man in a sedan with a full-size Watusi bull riding shotgun. They had a 6-foot horn span. Did you see the video?
I've seen
It
it.
was crazy. They gave him a written warning, and they said, take this bull home right now and turn around. The steer quoted to the reporter, Mac James. He said, this is utter bull crap. That was a crazy video, you guys.
Yeah, that's insane. Where was that? Was that Florida?
And that joke was so funny, it caused Russell to hang up.
Oh, yeah. No, I think hearing about the horns got him a little
Yeah,
horny.
right. He talking about riding bulls, and he was like, "Oh my god, I gotta go."
Yeah.
Here, Lewis.
We said riding
Wake up,
bulls.
Lewis. All right. A blue moon that occurs once every 2.5 to 3 years affected the hurricane yesterday, you guys. Did you hear about the blue moon? Yeah, the 2 or 3 years every now and then. The most of Gulfport all the way to Clearwater was flooded. Mom said her boat was flooded in that beach area. Yeah, it takes about 19 blue moons before I start trashing Gulfport, though. And then yesterday at O'Malley's, they were trying to be open during the hurricane for a hurricane party with 3 feet of rain and 3 feet of water flooding the place and the patio out there. I've been to that place. The police came by and shut it down. Some people think it's a shame that they were trying to make a buck off a blue moon during a blue moon. But then in their defense, despite the 3-foot water surge, they did put out their wet floor signs seen floating down Gulf Boulevard.
Got to cover for liability.
Beach Boulevard. And
Hey, I was going to say, it's a good thing you're talking about water because Captain Jim just called and he's on the phone.
Oh,
Yeah, you better hurry up and start talking, Jim. We got to do our
where
plugs.
were you during these hurricanes, Jim?
Where
We
you
need to
been,
do.
bud?
I've been up north. We're currently in Portsmouth, Rhode Island, getting a lot of work done on a boat. very hard to maneuver a catamaran around with one engine. I've been doing that for the past 2 weeks through the Northeast. Nice and chilly out too. Oh my God! Their daytime temperatures are lower than your nighttime temperatures. It's unbelievable.
Man, I gotta say,
cold.
even more. I missed your voice so much, but even more so on the phone, you sound much more like my boss and/or attorney.
Mr. Avila, we just got a injunction against.
You're bringing up
HR
PTSD.
department guy.
I'm starting to get PTSD. My heart's dropping. I was about to duck under the table.
How did everybody survive the storm?
Yeah. So how's it been going out there in the sea, man? Like in general, how's everything?
Pretty good. We've visited some really nice spots, Boston and Portland and Newport. But we've been running into all these problems too with the boat, man.
Well,
We're getting them all fixed up this week.
I thought if you're just visiting these places for the first time, every port is a new port.
That is true.
Hey, Jim, did you hear about our new open mic at Birdie's on Belcher?
I didn't hear about that.
In Largo,
No,
Birdie's
tell me
on
more.
Belcher every Wednesday, 7:30 to 9:30. We go to almost to 10 sometimes. We got free pizza this week. It's Wednesday. Come on down at 7:30, everybody, at Birdie's on Belcher. Open mic show. Robin Savage is hosting it with that killer comedian from Tampa Bay. He's been all over Florida, touring all over the country. Actually, Jacoby Bruton. He killed it last time we had him at the Lucky Lizard. So everybody come on down.
Jacoby's so good.
They got great drink deals there. It's not expensive bar. You can smoke inside the place. We're bringing free pizzas. So, hey, Matt, come by and get some free pizza.
And
check out the show Wednesday at 7:30. Okay,
Yeah, Jim, if you're not there,
Matt, you don't
this
have
Wednesday,
to censor me there.
If you're not there this Wednesday, Jim, don't worry about coming back. Your show's you're off the air. Okay.
Yeah,
your spot is safe. We're keeping it up for
Be
you.
comfortable, Joe.
I got blacklisted on WTAN. Sounds like a black and tan job to me.
yeah. Your credit score is going to rise by 2 points just by getting fired from here.
Today's the last day for voting for Best of the Bay. Vote for all Professor J events, Electric Soul Therapy on Best of the Bay, and Ed Sheds for Best Experimental Act. I have voted every single day since voting started. I voted for Monday Mania Comedy at the Parrot every single time, WrestleMania's comedy room. And
Best of the Bay. I've been going to the rest of the gays.com. I thought for sure once I saw Russell and Captain Jim there that it was definitely the right website I was voting for. You know?
So what do you
That's
got?
what
You
we've been
got
up
the
to.
trivia thing,
We've been
right?
doing some exploring some uncharted territories over there, Captain. Some dark waters.
You doing trivia night still?
He is rubbing the stern.
Yeah, so we have trivia nights at Tiki Tavern at 540 Fifth Ave in Childs Park in St. Pete, right 49th and Fifth Ave. Every other Friday, we'll be doing it next Friday. It's kind of like an open mic / trivia thing, so we just kind of have fun, have the mic open for everybody. And then, again, our podcast going. We have 2 podcasts going right now, Inside of Manny, where I let different comics come inside me as much as they like, and we do talk a lot of stuff, you know. And then I have another one, which comes out once a month on Spotify and everything. And then we have also You Can't Say That with the hilarious Maddie. We're dropping an episode tomorrow with the hilarious Takeout that was on this show a few weeks ago.
I like Takeout. He's a good guy.
And you can just so it's You Can't Say That and Inside Manny. You can find it on Spotify, wherever you stream your podcast at. So and on YouTube.
Hey, Robin, you got open mic tomorrow?
Let me see. No, actually, it's going to be the next week. West Chase Smoke District. That place also smells like the tennis courts at the U.S. Open.
I thought it was the first Friday. That's not tomorrow?
It is the first Friday, but since it was Labor Day, we changed it to the second Friday.
Gotcha.
So, but you're right. It normally is the first Friday, but we kind of
Go to
It's a
Smoke
bunch of
District.
lies.
Go in Tampa every Friday. Starts at 8, right?
Yeah. Normally it is the first Friday, but I messed it all up to this time. So it's the second Friday. Starts at 8:30. So sign up at 8. Be on the mic at 8:30, or you can always just reach out to me and I'll put your name on the list.
Gotcha. We'll talk about it again next week to remind everyone.
Can I physically reach out to you?
Yeah,
If you're next time I see you, would that work?
We're being weird.
Reach out and touch
Russell,
me.
talk about your next show, and it's starting the 4th, right?
I think Russ.
I don't think Russell's there.
Russell left.
Yeah.
All right.
Weird.
We're gonna do a show.
I can see him just doing like that. My name is Jeannie. Ding, ding, ding.
Cool vibes. He's doing
It's a
show
puff
Cool
of smoke,
Vibes.
you know.
It's called the Irish goodbye, and he does it to you on the phone.
Yeah.
Monday, September 4th in St. Pete at Cool Vibes. Come on, check it out. It's going to be fun.
Also known as Cool Bottoms.
I'm going to skip work to go to that. Then the next day, I'm doing a show with Russell at the Garage downtown St. Pete. If I can,
I love the garage.
I might have to work. I might be able to skip
The
it.
owner's a really good guy.
And then
I bet you
the
do.
following
I
week,
bet
he's
you
going to be filming. You're going to be doing shooting a film with Russell in his garage, right?
Yeah.
Park his car in his garage.
So yeah, if you guys go missing next week filming that thing, we know where to look. Just go right to Russell's garage.
We're doing a podcast in there called Inside Russell.
Yeah, it's going to be hard to get them. It's going to be hard to save them when they don't want to leave. You know. It's gonna,
Okay, hey, check this out, Jim. I got a thing. Me and Manny been trying to figure out a joke for. Yesterday in Spain, 15,000 people. They pasted each other with tomatoes during the Spain's annual Tomato Street Battle. 120 tons, 240,000 pounds of overripe tomatoes were dumped out in the middle of Main Street in the town, and then everybody just started grabbing them and throwing them at each other. It was all wild. They have it every year, the Tomato fight.
they did.
Well,
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
It's a simple misunderstanding that they've had for centuries now. They all read each other wrong.
Yeah, it's actually I read about this. There's actually a declaration of war against Italy because they're such a they use tomato sauce so much. And when Italy heard about this, they said, "What's up? You guys want a piece of this?" They said, "You guys want a piece of this?" When he was on
the pizzas.
Yeah, last time they were in NATO, I think the UN told Italy that Spain that they need to catch up, but I think they took it the wrong way. They need to catch up on a world scale.
And I thought this whole time that the Spanish were just really bad at jokes.
I know. I haven't seen that many tomatoes thrown at someone since my last set.
Right?
Yeah, deep down in their core, they're all very thin-skinned.
All right, let's try one more here. 11 people were hospitalized today after a Delta flight experiences extreme turbulence in Atlanta, because of the hurricane.
Yeah.
You guys hear about that?
Yeah.
They were so mad they hit the roof. You guys,
I mean, after that plane landed and the reports came out, Delta's flights booked across all flights. All the bros were going up to get, it's totally extreme, bro.
All these airlines.
It was the least amount of injuries a Delta flight experienced today.
Yeah. You usually 12 people usually get injured just boarding the plane.
That's what I'm saying. Like, Delta, are you tough enough to fly?
you got any shows coming up, Joe?
So I do have a show coming up September 9th. I'm going to be doing Fresh Faces of Comedy, which my face is kind of
It's so
rugged.
fresh,
It's not.
yeah.
It's so not fresh.
It doesn't look like it's been sitting in the fridge.
Yeah, I will be going on sometime in the afternoon, and we will be doing a lot of fun jokes. There's going to be a lot of good people on that
Where is
bill.
it at?
So it is in
Press.
Tampa at at the banquet hall.
The banquet hall.
Banquet hall in Tampa on Hillsborough Ave. So.
You guys can tell
Come
we're
out and
obviously just
support
making
you
this
guys.
up as we go. It's all about Beatley boots.
I have
Stand
I
up
have
for news.
tickets.
Stand up for news. We'll
Stand up for you.
Stand up,
You can stand up for you.
Don't sit down.
Stand
Stand up now.
Stand up now.
Stand up for news. Stand up for news. See you next week, you guys.
See you next week. Yeah.
Good show.
All right.
Let's see you next week.